also known as the Spanish game, is one of the most popular openings in chess, and has long been considered the best way for white to fight for an advantage after pawn e4, pawn e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5. Now look at black answers. a6, pawn d3, knight d4, bishop d6, knight d6, pawn g6, queen f6. All that are acceptable and correct. That's why this opening have many variations, and now we will see the most 12 popular and played variations in this video. When you play for a win, you need to know this variation, because in the high level bull in defense is an easy draw after bishop in b5, black play knight in f6, small castle, knight take e4, d4, and now black play knight in d6. He can't take the pawn because white have always torn in e1, and he will lose the knight. For that, knight in d6 is the best move. Bishop takes c6, d takes c6, pawn d take e5, knight f5, queen take d8, king take d8, knight c3, king e1. And finally h3 draw. Here is the top percentage with 38.6%. Emanuel Lasker have created the exchange variation for the first time after bishop b5, a6, bishop c6, small castle, pawn f6, pawn d4, e take d4, knight take d4, pawn c5, knight b3, queen take d1, tor take d1, bishop g4, pawn f3. But this variation have been changed with Bobby Fischer and many other player. For example, here black can play queen d6 and white play knight a3 and try to make it at c2 to lean on the center. Here too he can play bishop g4 to shaft the knight with the queen, and after h3 black can make a beautiful move with pallying pawn and h5. White can't take because after pawn take g4 black almost win. Knight is threatening. The column is open to the tor. Queen h4 is a fatal move. The longest one called by Marshell Attack after bishop b5, a6, bishop a4, knight f6, small castle, bishop e7, tor e1, b5, bishop b3, small castle, c3, d5, pawn e take d5, knight take d5, knight take e5, knight take e5, tor take e5, c6, d4, bishop d6, tor in e1, queen in h4, g3, queen in h3, bishop e3, bishop g4, queen d3, tor e8, knight d2, tor d6, pawn a4. The Engin say that is an equal situation, but look at black, he have a very rapid spread and a good attack on the king side. Now we will see the main variation classed by one of most popular played in chess after bishop b5, a6, bishop a4, knight f6, small castle, bishop e7, tor e1, b5, bishop b3, small castle, c3, d6, pawn h3, tor e8, and finally pawn d4,